William Shakespeare's most memorable play, The Tragedy of Romeo and Juliet, was published in 1597 and has become the blueprint for love. Recognized in songs, movies, plays, and spin-offs, this well-known story was based on the tragical history of Romeo and Juliet, written by Arthur Brooke, another English poet whom based that poem on a French translation of a story from Matteo Bandello. Only about 35 when it was written, Shakespeare based the story in Verona, Italy, which added all the more to his romantic words. With love and its complications, the tragedy of Romeo and Juliet demonstrates how powerful the feeling of loving another is. Going against years of family rivalry and disapproval from others, their love shows just how desirable this emotion is and the lengths they would go to get it. Romeo and Juliet's love is compared to around the world and was beautifully brought to life by the talent of William Shakespeare. Reasons to blame Capulet. Capulet is the reason for the tragic deaths of Romeo and Juliet because of his short temper and constant mood swings. His temper and quick change of moods towards his daughter Juliet, who he claims to value her wishes, shows that he is not capable of holding his temper even to those whom he loves. He is provoked easily and has strong opinions that he values and will not show his weak side.
How? Will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought?
Capulet is calling Juliet ungrateful and will be married no matter what on that Thursday. Juliet retaliates to Capulet's wishes, and he says to her,
Ungrateful baggage, graze where thou wilt, thou shalt not house with me.
Fie, what are you, mad?
Oh, hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell you what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face.
Oh, Father, good Father, I beseech you.
Do not answer me, my fingers itch.
Capulet is telling Juliet that she must marry Paris, or he will never consider her his daughter ever again. We do not know Capulet's past actions, but we can infer that his temper may have held the feud between the families. The presence of his aggression shows that this may have been why the grudge was held for too long against the Montagues. Without his sudden emotional changes, Romeo and Juliet could have been happily together with no worries. Reasons to blame Mercutio. Mercutio's desire to show his masculinity and disability to hold his hate towards the Capulets is another cause of Romeo and Juliet's death. When Tybalt comes up to Mercutio and Benvolio to find Romeo, Mercutio makes fun of Tybalt after he comes up to Mercutio saying,
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Mercutio pretends to think he is referring to a group of musicians and says,
Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance.
Mercutio intends to make fun of him knowing that Tybalt has a short temper, especially when it comes to Montagues. Even knowing that Tybalt is notorious for his fighting abilities and is never one to back down on a fight, he still provokes him into a sword fight by asking him,
Oh, thou wretched boy that didst consort him here, shout with him hence.
Unable to resist, Tybalt draws his sword and fights Mercutio. Mercutio is stabbed and killed. Romeo witnesses his friends dying and draws his sword on Tybalt. Romeo and Tybalt fight, and this time Tybalt is killed. The prince banishes Romeo, and he is not allowed to return to his home. If Mercutio never taunted Tybalt, Romeo would not have been upset and acted out of emotion to kill Tybalt. Romeo and Juliet's death unravels because Romeo is sent away.